to the quiet room. So in the end, as I say goodbye to the quiet room at the Lakewood Library, read the paper today to find out that St. Ed's got beaten 17-0 or 8-0 by none other than Lakewood. Lakewood's top. Schneiderman's leading the stories. Drew was a one batter short of a complete game. Wow. On top of that, there's another event coming up, May 17th. We've been invited cordially, rain or shine, from 11 a.m. to 12 to, perhaps eat a banana. Moreover, there are many interesting stories. One of them is about a cool initiative for Junta in this country. His Home Alone project is helping the Time Initiative throughout the country. Don't Eat Cafe received 5 out of 5 stars for the Grant Elementary. It's looking great. So, I have this book called Brook a Store by Golden Pioneer, and it says, don't just read any book. There's Dickens, Thackeray, Jane Austen, Chekhov, Dostoevsky, Walter Pater, Flaubert, Stendhal, Dumas, Henry Adam. Of course, Henry Adams, and thanks to Mother, Sarah Bernhardt lecture and recite, and Nijinsky leap through the window in the Spectra del Rose. Henry Adams' Wife by St. Gaudens, which is that I have been living in a picnic lifestyle, especially of sex. A world friendly of mine at the age of 14, my father and mother would never do things like that. Father was on duty with the Marine Corps, of course, in the Far East, until I was 3, and mother was living at grandparents' home in Walsh, but her father came home to Catholic. And that was where Panama turned, particularly the reading of Shakespeare. A sentiment I had never heard before as I was concerned. A church did not exist except as a place to do sightseeing. St. John's Episcopal Church right there in New York City on 67th and 95th with Miss Elba Bliss, a relative of Father's, George Bancroft, the Lord's Prayer, something more in Christianity. If Buddha is remote from the real world, that is not for me. This is I Am Now by Asher Ginsburg. One basic word is the word pair, I-U. The other basic word is the word pair, I-it, or I-if. I-if. A time plus a feeling in a proper noun house. This results in a SM, a small mistake. And so goal-directed verbs are scientific. They follow the scientific method in literature and storytelling. And oh pioneers, oh mysterious, a quote from this book. Oh mysterious, my esoteric mind yesterday. Mine yesterday, if you follow the matrix, is YYIN. Y squared N. But it's also my yesterday. So time is mysterious. Something impolite or polite has to happen. The footnotes are actual, which means verklic. Verklic means to work, or working. That is how you write in Gita. Opium is the drug dharma of the masses. Ernest Hemingway. Real work, verklic. And again, if you know the word lick, and you know the word work, what we're understanding ontologically is that if you accept Ernest Hemingway's Pinochet, for instance, then you would also have to accept everything that follows that kind of theology. Unverklic. So just as there is sin, it makes sense for a person interested in medicine to lotion for bug bites. I didn't get stung by a bee, but I have bee stings on my arms from the honey, most likely, which makes sense. Here was soap that we put, toothbrush, the toothpaste is there where a turtle usually might be. There's milk, which is an improvement. And this, I'm not sure what it is. There's brick. There seems to be a creature there. No, that's cotton. Unless it's not. So rivers are fun to go river rafting on, like in Deliverance by James Dickey. 3 men, there's a man terrorizing 3 men in the West Virginia Canyon. There should be a train coming tonight, maybe tomorrow. So interesting, yeah, it would go downriver that way. Catch some fish there in the barbed wire. Tell them of human affairs. Keep them abreast. Got a nice wind going. There's the anthropic principle. And yeah, this is kind of Mao Zedong's worst nightmare. He trained during sleep.